Today, we will see some of the numerical examples on the topics covered in the first module, that is Coulomb's law, electric field intensity, and also the flux density. So first we will see some of the numerical examples of problems on Coulomb's law. So we will take one example. All these examples that I will be discussing are taken from the question papers, previous year question papers. Okay. So let us take one example. Please note down this. The question is a charge of Q1 that is equal to 3 into 10 raised to minus 4 coulombs, okay, is located at M of 1 comma 2 comma 3. That means this is a point. Okay, at this particular point you have a point charge Q1 whose magnitude is 3 into 10 raised to minus 4 coulombs, and a charge of Q2. There is another charge, that is Q2, at n, that is 2 comma 0 comma 5. Okay, this is another point n. Its coordinates are 2 comma 0 comma 5. It is located at 2 comma 0 comma 5, and the charge of Q2, that is minus 10 into 10 raised to minus 4 coulombs, is located at this point. It is also given that it is in a vacuum. That means the medium is vacuum or free space, you can call. Okay, so you are asked to determine the force exerted on Q2 by Q1. Okay, so there are two charges, Q1 and Q2. Their locations are given, their magnitudes are given, medium is also given. You are asked to find the force exerted on one of the charges by the other. So you can get the force exerted on any point charge by other point charge, right? Using Coulomb's law. So you know the Coulomb's law equation. First, you need to write the equation of Coulomb's law, that is F2, because the force exerted on Q2 you are finding, right? That is F2, vector F2, that is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon into Q1 Q2 divided by R12 square into A12 cap. Let us first write what are the things given. Okay, things given, Q1 is given, right? Q1 is given as 3 into 10 raised to minus 4 coulombs. Q2 is given as minus 10 into 10 raised to minus 4. See, they are unlike charges, right? That's why the force will be attractive force, minus 10 into 10 raised to minus 4 coulombs. The locations are given. M is at 1 comma 2 comma 3, N is at 2 comma 0 comma 5. Okay, from this we can write R1 and R2. Okay, Q1 is located at this particular point, so R1 we can write using the coordinates of point M, that is AX plus 2AY plus 3AZ, right? Similarly, point N is given, so that can make R2, because Q2 is located at that particular point. R2 is 2AX, AY is 0, right? AY is 0, so you can just omit that. Then you have AZ component is 5, right? 5 AZ. Also, it is given that the medium is vacuum. In vacuum, epsilon will be equal to epsilon naught. Okay, epsilon is equal to epsilon naught. You can write this as 8.854 into 10 raised to minus 12 farads per meter. Okay, so substituting all this, or rather you need to get this R12 and A12. Okay, you can get that from R1 and R2. You can get R12. What is R12? R12, you can get this as R2 minus R1, right? You know, distance vector is difference between the position vectors, R2 minus R1. So I can write it like R2 minus R1. Okay, X components and Y components and Z components of R2 and R1, we will subtract. 2 minus 1 AX, okay, 2 minus 1 AX plus, there is no Y component, so it is 0. Here Y component is 2, right? So it is 0 minus 2 AY, 0 minus 2 AY plus 5 minus 3 AZ, right? 5 minus 3 AZ. 5 minus 3 AZ. So what do you get? R12 is 2 minus 1 is 1, 1 AX. So I can simply write it AX. 0 minus 2 is minus 2 AY, minus 2 AY, plus 5 minus 3 is 2 AZ, right? 5 minus 3 is 2 AZ. Now we want R12 square. So for that we want R12, that is the magnitude of R12, right? If you write simply R12, this is nothing but the magnitude of vector R12. So how do you get the magnitude of R12? You know, it is square root of x component square. X component is 1 plus minus 2 square plus 2 square, right? So what is the answer? 1 square is 1, minus 2 square is 4, plus 2 square is 4. So 4 plus 4 plus 1, that is root 9, right? Root 9 is 3. That means the magnitude of the distance between them is 3. So they are located 3 units apart, point M and point N. Now we want to find the unit vector in this direction, A12. This is R12. Now you want this A12 cap, right? A12. How to find this A12? A12 is vector R12 divided by magnitude of R12. Vector R12 divided by magnitude of R12. So vector R12 divided by this magnitude, right? Magnitude is 3, right? So you can take this as 1 by 3 into vector R12, that is AX minus 2AY plus 2AZ. Okay, so these are the given things. From the given things, we have deduced this. Now, to find the force, just substitute these things. Just substitute these things in this equation. Okay, so we will take Q1 is 3 into 10 raised to minus 4, Q2 is minus 10 into 10 raised to minus 4, epsilon is epsilon naught 8.854 into 10 raised to minus 12. Then R12 is 3. Okay, A12 is this 1 by 3 into AX minus 2AY plus 2AZ. So if you substitute, so we shall do that in the next step. Okay, we will substitute. If you substitute 1 by 4 pi into epsilon is epsilon naught, that is 8.854 into 10 raised to minus 12. Then you have this Q1, Q2. Q1, Q2 is 3 into 10 raised to minus 4 into minus 10 into 10 raised to minus 4 divided by R12 square. R12 square is 3 square, that is 9, multiplied by the unit vector. Unit vector, you have got it as AX minus 2AY plus 2AZ, right? Divided by 3. So use your calculator and tell me the answer. In the expression for the answer, that is the force, you will have AX component, AY component, and AZ component. Okay. So we shall do it one by one. First, find this. What is 1 by 4 pi into 8.854 into 10 raised to minus 12? So this term, you know, you will get it as 8.98 into 10 raised to 9. Okay. So we can approximate this to 9 into 10 raised to 9. Okay. So we can always approximate this to 9 into 10 raised to 9. It's approximately 9 into 10 raised to 9. You get it? If you want exact thing, it is 8.98 into 10 raised to 9. Okay. Multiply by, you have 3 into 10 raised to minus 4 into minus 10 into 10 raised to minus 4 divided by, in the denominator, you have 3 square and 3. 3 square multiplied by 3. So what is this term? 3 into 10 raised to minus 4 into minus 10 into 10 raised to minus 4. So 3 square multiplied by 3 is 3 cube, that is 27. I will write it here. Someone tell me this answer. 3 into 10 raised to minus 4 into minus 10 into 10 raised to minus 4. 3 into 10 raised to minus 7, right? Yeah, it is minus 3 into 10 raised to minus 3 into 10 raised to minus 7, because there is minus 10, right? So this product will be minus 3 into 10 raised to minus 7. Then again there is AX minus 2AY plus 2AZ. Okay, so if you observe this, what you have here is there is 9 into 3. 9 into 3 is 27. In the denominator also there is 27, right? So they get cancelled. And what remains here is 10 raised to 9 and 10 raised to minus 7, right? 10 raised to 9 into 10 raised to minus 7 is 10 raised to 2. 9 minus 7 is 2. So you get minus 10 raised to 2 into ax minus 2ay plus 2az. If I multiply this with each term, what do you get? 10 raised to 2 is 100. So it will be minus 100 ax, minus into minus is plus, 100 into 2 is 200 ay, minus into plus is minus 200 az, right? So this is the equation or the expression for the force exerted on the point Q by Q1. Okay, the units are important. The units are newtons, so many newtons, right? So this is how you can solve a problem to find the force exerted on any charge by any other charge using Coulomb's law. So here, if you have taken 8.98 into 10 raised to 9, you will get 99 point something. Okay, you are 99 point something, then you are 198 point something. That's the exact value. This is approximate value, which is rounded off to 100, 200, and minus 1. Okay, so that's all. This is one example of how you can solve using Coulomb's law. We will take one more example. Any doubts in this? So while taking epsilon naught, you can also take it as 1 by 36 pi into 10 raised to 9, or you can take this as 8.5 into 10 raised to minus 12. We can also take this as 9 into 10 raised to 9, the entire thing. So we'll take one more problem. Even this is from old question paper. So here it is given that point charges of 50 nanocoulombs each, okay, point charges of 50 nanocoulombs each are located at A, B, C, and D. Their coordinates are given, okay, in free space. The medium is given as free space. You are asked to find the total force on the charge at A. So there are 4 charges, not just 2 charges. There are 4 charges in this case, okay, and you are asked to find the force on one of the charges. So whenever there are more than 2 charges, the equivalent force will be sum of the force due to individual charges, right? So we are trying to find the force at the point A. Okay, so let us try to see or imagine where these points are. In all these points, the z coordinate is 0, right? The z coordinate is 0. Z coordinate is 0 means it is lying on the xy plane. All the 4 points, they are lying on the xy plane. In point A, the coordinate is 1 comma 0 comma 0. Point P coordinate is minus 1 comma 0 comma 0. So if you take the axis roughly, okay, so this is your x axis, this is y, and this is z. So x, in x, a point A is 1 comma 0 comma 0. In x direction it is 1 unit. So if this is my point A, sorry, okay, in x direction it is 1 unit. So if this is my point A, then B is minus 1 comma 0 comma 0. In minus x direction it is 1 unit. So this will be point B. Then where is C and D? C is 0 comma 1 comma 0. 0 comma 1 comma 0 means x direction it is 0, y direction it is 1. This is point C, 0 comma 1 comma 0, and point D is 0 comma minus 1 comma 0. In minus y direction it is 1. So this is my point D. It is 0 comma minus 1 comma 0. So this is x direction, this is y direction, and this is z direction. So you are asked to find the force at this particular point A. Okay, so this is actually combination of force on the point A due to this point B, force on the point A due to this point C, and force on this point A due to this point D, right? So you need to take it like the sum of the 3 different forces, right? So then you can write, first we will write the given things. The charges are given as 50 nanocoulombs. All the charges are equal, right? So you can take as let them be QA, let the charges be QA. They are not mentioned the notations for charges. So we will take them as QA, that is equal to QB, that is equal to QC, that is equal to QD. All are equal, okay? So you can take them equal, and that is equal to Q, that is 50 nanocoulombs. 50 nanocoulombs in the sense 50 into 10 raised to minus 9 coulombs. Then the coordinates are given A, B, C, and D. Okay, so the total force on the charge A, FA. Okay, force on the charge A is FA, that is given by force on the charge A due to charge B plus force on the charge A, or you can take it as force on the charge FBA, force due to charge B on charge A. Okay, force due to charge B on this charge A, that is FBA, and force on the charge A due to charge C, that is FCA, and force on the charge A due to D. Okay, FBA plus FCA plus FDA. So you know the equation for each, right? You know the equations. It is 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon into Q1 Q2 divided by R12 square into A cap, the unit vector in each directions. So what is common in all of this is 1 by 4 pi epsilon, right? 1 by 4 pi epsilon is common. So we can take it outside. Okay, 1 by 4 pi epsilon. Since it is given, it is free space. It is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by, in case of FBA, it is QA into QB, right? In case of FCA, it is QC into QA. In case of FDA, it is QD into QA. But all of them are equal, right? All of them are equal and they are equal to Q. So QA into QB will be Q square. Since both are equal, it will be Q square. Similarly, QA into QC is also Q square, and QA into QD is also Q square. Since all the charges are equal, when two charges are multiplied, you get Q square, right? In the denominator, you have the distance. The distance, that is uh, RBA, RBA square into ABA cap, right? RBA square into ABA cap plus RBA, RCA square into ACA cap plus RDA square. In the numerator we have ADA cap, right? Now unit vector is the vector divided by its magnitude, right? Vector divided by its magnitude. So we can even simplify this by just taking it as q square divided by 4 pi epsilon into ABA, unit vector ABA is RBA by RBA. Here there will be RBA cube, right? RBA cube plus RCA, vector RCA divided by RCA cube plus vector RDA divided by RDA. So this will be the expression for the force at A due to point charges at B, C, and D when the charges are equal. Okay. So now the value of Q, epsilon naught. Now our task is to find Q, RBA, RCA, and RDA. Okay. So can you do that? So note down this equation and find RBA, RCA, and RDA. Substitute them, you will get the answer. So since you know the points A, B, C, and D, okay. So what is RBA? What is RBA? X components of B minus X components of A, Y components of B minus Y components of A. Very simple it is, because your Y and Z components are zeros, right? So minus X minus 1, sorry, minus 1 minus 1 AX. Minus 1 is minus 2X. And what is the magnitude of RBA? Magnitude of RBA is square root of, since there is only one unit vector, its component itself will be the magnitude. So it is minus 2 itself. Similarly, vector RCA will be 0 minus 1 AX plus 1 minus 0 AY. That will be equal to minus AX. 1 minus 0 is 1, right? Plus AY. What is the magnitude of RCA? Magnitude of RCA will be square root of 1 minus 1 square is 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. That is root 2, right? Magnitude of RCA will be root 2. So I can just keep it root 2. Similarly, RDA. What is RDA? RDA will be 0 minus 1 AX. Okay, 0 minus 1 AX plus minus 1 minus 0 AY, right? Minus 1 minus 0 AY So 0 minus 1 is minus 1 minus ay. So this is RDA. So magnitude of RDA will be square root of minus 1 square. So that is 1 plus 1, that is root 2. Yes. So RBA is minus 1, right? It is minus 2. So if you take square root of minus 2 square, it is 2 square 4. Square root of 4 is minus. Square root of 4 is, okay. So yeah, sorry. It has to be taken as the magnitude, isn't it? So it will be just 2. Sorry, RBA will be 2. You need to consider only the magnitude. Yeah, thanks for that. It is RBA is just 2. So now substitute these things. Substitute these things in the equation for the force. What do you get? Force will be equal to Q square. Q is 50 into 10 raised to minus 9 whole square divided by 4 pi into 8.854 into 10 raised to minus 12. Yeah, multiplied by these things, right? RBA minus 2x minus 2ax divided by 2 cube plus RCA minus ax plus ay divided by root 2 cube plus RDA is minus ax minus ay minus ax minus ay divided by again root 2 cube. So you have to simplify this. So then you need to get the answers in terms of ax, ay, and az. So all of you please calculate this and tell me the component of ax, ay, and az. Yes, RVA is RA minus RB. So have you made it wrong then? Have you made it wrong? Please let me know. Okay, we had made it wrong, isn't it? It is actually, so this has to be 1 minus minus 1, isn't it? Isn't it? 1 minus minus 1. It is RA minus RB actually. It is RA minus RB. So I had to take 1 minus minus 1. So there is no plus here. It is plus 1 plus 1. It is plus 2. Right? Similarly, RCA is RA minus RC. It is 1 minus 0. Not this. This is wrong. Okay. 1 minus 0. Then AY is 0 minus 1. This is 0 minus 1. So this will be, sorry, plus AX. This is minus AY. Similarly, here it is 1 minus 0 and 0 minus minus 1. So it is 0 plus 1. So this will be plus a plus ax plus ay. Okay. So there will be change in the signs. Change in the signs. So altogether it will be same, but it will come negative. Whatever you get, you would get it's negative. So please make it correctly. Sorry for that mistake. Thanks for reminding. It is RBA, RCA, RDA. So it is RA minus RB, RA minus RD, and RA minus RC. So that way magnitudes will be same anyway, but directions are different. So it is not the same. So it has to be different. So this will be plus. Here this is plus, this is minus. Okay, sorry, and this is plus. So these are the changes. So please make these changes and get me the final answer. So in the answer, you have to get ax component, ay component, and az component. So what will be that thing? So if you observe it very carefully, what you feel is, or what you get is, since this point C and D are symmetrical, their forces in y and z axis, they will be 0. Anyway, z axis is 0. Since they are symmetrical, in only in x direction you get it. Okay, so there will be only ax component. There will be no ay or az component. Okay, so final answer, I will just write it here. You can calculate and get it. There will be only ax component. So that will be 21.5 ax into 10 raised to minus 6, okay, into 10 raised to minus 6 newtons. 21.5 into 10 raised to minus 6 newtons, okay. So that will be the answer. 21.5 into 10 raised to minus 6 newtons. Ay components get cancelled. Az component is anyway 0.